Footdance. Stupid name, I know. Episode 2. And let's carry on from where we left off, just after Tony inexplicably burst into song after never previously showing any skills at songwriting or even singing. Remember, it then became a homoerotic duet? Okay, maybe the homoeroticism was just in my imagination, like when I saw that guy with the big muscles and no top on eat that banana. Oh yeah. Moving on, it's 30 minutes after Billy and Tony's big gay duet, and Tony is reflecting on Billy's current predicament.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The metal plate they fitted to the sole of your foot after you stood on that landmine in Saigon, you've somehow managed to weld to the floor panel of a Volkswagen Beetle. Okay, I buy it. Have you tried taking your foot out of the shoe?
Oh my God, why didn't I think of that?
Yes, of course I fucking tried taking my fucking foot out of the fucking shoe! The shoe has fused with my flesh under the ridiculously high temperature of the weld, and the sole of my foot is now permanently fucking welded to the floor pan! But I don't get how you managed to get the metal on metal you need for a MIG welder. What are you doing with my new induction system out? You're not even meant to use induction welding with a metal plate in your foot, because it'll heat up the plate in your body until it melts through the sole of your foot and you fall. Shit, that's what you did, isn't it? And then you welded around it? How the fuck did you not pass out from the pain?
Well, I guess a psychedelic flashback seems only fair at this point. Hey, you could use this clip for educational material in schools for anti-drugs campaigns. Seeing a man gormlessly grinning while his foot is literally melting and his shoe is bubbling could act as a great deterrent for 3 to 5-year-olds.
You know what, buddy? I have a feeling that might have been more than just pot you were smoking there. What, really? Do you think? Don't worry about it. Look, all we gotta do is find a good surgeon to cut you loose. Someone who's done this sort of thing before.
You never seen an ambulance tow a car before, have you? Well, I thought those guys were real good sports for doing that. Especially as the tow truck guy didn't have no morphine. It's just a shame they couldn't fit the Volkswagen Beetle through the doors of the hospital, so everything had to be done in that dirty car park. Still, at least Billy was now in the right hands. Professionals who see these things daily.
I have never seen anything like this before in my life. As we see here in this x-ray from when the metal plate was fitted to your foot, there are some irregularities. I am afraid, my friend, you have a unique condition where your spine carries right on down to your foot.
How is that a thing?
It is not a thing, sir. Nobody has ever had this before. You are unique.
Lucky me. So how soon can we get my foot cut free? Because I got a dancing contest in 3 days, and I ain't gonna miss it for nothing.
No, my friend. We cannot operate or we may sever your spinal cord, and you will never walk again. This car is part of you now.
I'm sorry, can we get a second opinion?
Later that night, in the garage.
I can't believe that guy is the #1 surgeon in America. It didn't even look like he'd washed his hands.
He was only holding up an x-ray. You don't need clean hands for that.
5 hours later, Tony is putting a duvet over a partially reclined Billy.
You gonna be okay for tonight? I got 2 buckets here. One full of water for when you need a drink.
I'm not a horse. I ain't drinking from a bucket.
Yeah, well, I don't got no bottle, so you don't got no choice, buddy. Not until morning anyways. Oh, and bucket number 2 is for, well, number 2. And number 1. And anything else for that matter. You're not gonna need it for anything else, are you?
You mean like a hat? No, I'm fine, thank you. I got everything I need right here, from toilet paper and wet wipes to candy and a bucket to drink out of. Yep, I feel like royalty right now.
Well, I gotta say, the fact that you don't even have to go to the bathroom now and can just slide forward in your seat with a bucket over the edge, I'm getting jealous over here.
Just go.
Oh, nearly forgot. Here's a little pot, keep you on top. Help you take your mind off things, you know?
Really? Hasn't this shit already caused me enough trouble?
Yeah, well, this shit is the shit, whereas your shit was just nasty shit.
Shit.
Yeah, and this shit ain't been sat in a glove box since the 1960s, dipped in God only knows what. Try it. It's good shit. I got it off that surgeon guy.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man, you're going to love that sweet ganja feeling. Me going to see ya in the morning, Rastaman. And don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I fucking love Bob Marley. That was Bob Marley.
It had been a long day for Billy Ray, and he had a lot of thinking to do. Now, were you thinking the same as me here? I, for instance, would just cut around that shoe and then happily walk about the place with a shoe-sized piece of Volkswagen floor pan stuck to my foot. But, as they say, hindsight is a wonderful thing, and maybe you ain't thinking straight after such a traumatic event. Either way, common sense never even got a looking after the dream Billy had that night. Now, I think we can skip the first part, where he dreamt he was having sex with the car from the Dukes of Hazzard. Nobody should have to witness the General Lee being violated that way, and somehow enjoying it? And how clean is a car's tailpipe anyways? I'd say we're best to join Billy Ray at the point he was visited by a legend. Now, I'd love to say a living legend, but sadly this was the night of May 11th, 1981, when the world lost one of its brightest stars. And yes, that is, Bob Marley sat in the Beetle with Billy Ray, sharing some sweet, sweet ganja. This really is good shit, Bob.
Yeah, man. So you like me little herb plant, the finest kush available to mankind.
Is this a dream, or am I wide awake sat here tripping?
Well, this ganja is real nice.
I had the craziest dream last night. Well, I'm assuming it was a dream, but I did end up welding my foot to the floor of this car in real life, so maybe it was the ghost of John Lennon telling me to do dumbass things. Either way, you obviously ain't no ghost, 'cause unlike John Lennon, you're not dead.
Sadly, brother, your assumption is incorrect.
What? You're not dead, or I'd heard something on the news about it.
Nobody else knows at this point. They just think I'm sleeping. But they will know soon enough.
I'm real sorry to hear that, Bob. I love your music. Everybody loves your music. You've really left a gift to the world with your songs, and they'll live on forever. I worry I'll be forgotten when I die.
Not by the ones who love you, you won't.
And that's the problem, Bob. Not that many people even know me to love me. I'm 45, I'm single, I don't have kids nor siblings, and my parents are no longer alive.
You must have friends that love you.
Sure, I had plenty of friends back in Buffalo Creek where I grew up, but after 3 tours in Vietnam, they'd all moved on. There were nothing waiting for me when I got home. There certainly weren't no yellow ribbon round an old oak tree. That's why I came to New York. When I heard the new music coming out of this place, I love disco. I'm a dancer, you see.
That's going to be very interesting now with your foot welded to this car.
Well, I ain't gonna stop dancing. If a landmine didn't stop me, nothing will. It was actually the landmine that inspired me to get back into it when I got back home. How many folks stand on a landmine but somehow still get to keep their legs?
I can't imagine there's many. That was a miracle, you know.
That's how I saw it. I took it as a sign that I was meant to fulfill my destiny of becoming a famous dancer. It's always been my dream because of my stupid fucking name.
Nice. So how close to your dream are you now?
Well, that's the problem. I just keep letting life get in the way. One failed relationship after another, and a job that I don't find particularly stimulating. You know, when I think about it, the only true love of my life has been dancing.
Well, you know what they say. Find something you truly love, then follow it to glory.
Oh, yeah. See, I was just about ready to take on the World Disco Dancing Championships, but then I gone done this. How in the hell am I meant to win that now, with a damn car welded to my foot? I just live in the hope that someday medical science can cut me free.
My friend, fate has given you a test here. Are you going to rise to the challenge or just give up?
But I don't see how I can do anything with my foot attached to a car.
And Luke Skywalker thought he couldn't do anything with that helmet on his head that made him blind. But he saved the galaxy, man. Treat this car as a wall that you refuse to be incarcerated behind. You keep fighting and wear it like a ball and chain that you will not be a slave to. Train for that competition with just one foot if need be, but never lose sight of your goal. Remember, you only fail when you give up. If you can still dance with your handicap, only then are you ready to be set free and truly worthy of that trophy you so desire.
Okay. Now, I'm just thinking aloud here, but wouldn't this be much easier if we just cut around the shoe with some power tools? And then at least I'd only have a 12-inch by 6-inch piece of car hanging off of me.
And that's all you want, is it? The easy life.
Well, I wouldn't call that easy.
And which victory would be more glorious, a walk in the park or climbing to the peak of Mount Everest? Fate is testing you right now. Accept the challenge. Stand on this new landmine and trust me, a very special miracle is coming your way and you will be set completely free. But you must wait for the sign that you are ready. Right now, you are just a caterpillar who wants to take flight. To become a butterfly takes time and patience.
Okay, well, looks like I'm going to be climbing Everest for the foreseeable. I just hope you're right about this, Bob, and you're not just another deceased musical icon trying to make a fool out of me.
But how do you know that Lennon was making a fool out of you and not actually helping you fulfill your destiny by putting you on the path of righteousness? Just take this final piece of advice, my brother. Don't seek this glory for the riches. Do it to enrich your life and make you whole inside. Live your life to the fullest and don't fall into the trap of thinking your happiness is anyway controlled by how much money you have. Money can't buy life. And with that, Bob Marley is gone.
Now, did that sound like dumbass advice to you? I mean, that guy was high. Who's going to listen to a man smoking half a tree? Well, it must have left a big impression on Billy Ray, because he would not listen to reason the next morning.
I'm fucking telling you, 10 minutes with an ankle grinder and a cutting disc, and I'll have you cut loose. I would have done it yesterday, but I was worried it might be like, you know, when you're not allowed to move someone after an accident, and instead you meant to wait for the professionals. If I'm honest, I wasn't expecting them to just tow you to a car park, and I was expecting the surgeon to be a little more helpful than that. Although he did sell me some very nice pot. Look, even if you do cut around the shoe, I'm still gonna be walking around like Herman Munster if a surgeon can't cut that metal off of me. Besides, the ghost of Bob Marley said if I accept this challenge, someday soon I'll earn the right to be set completely free. No metal foot nor nothing. All I gotta do is practice dancing with the car. Use it like a training device. You wouldn't pull a caterpillar out of its chrysalis before it was a butterfly, now would you? Well, no, I guess. But then I wouldn't do half of what you do anyways. Hold on, Bob Marley's ghost. He's not even dead.
Billy turns on the radio, just as the announcer says,
Tributes have been pouring in all over the world for the much-loved Jamaican reggae artist Bob Marley, who sadly lost his battle with cancer in the early hours of this morning.
What did I tell you? I couldn't possibly have known he was dead. It's a sign.
It's a sign you need your head examined. This ain't like training a boxer to fight with one arm tied behind his back. You got a fucking car welded to your foot.
Yeah, and I'm definitely thinking now this is a test. Why else would Bob Marley say that?
Did he also happen to be smoking the reefer when he said this?
As it happens, yes, but that don't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, right. And did you mention to Mr. Marley that Mr. Lennon put you up to this in the first place? Buddy, you gotta stop taking advice from celebrity ghosts.
Yes, I told him, and he said Lennon weren't even giving me bad advice, that it was like my manifest destiny or something. Well, his actual words were that John Lennon had put me on the path of righteousness, but I don't know exactly what that means.
It means you're an idiot, and that's exactly what people are gonna say when you try dancing with one foot inside a fucking car.
Yeah, well, we'll see this Friday night.
That Friday night?
Yeah, sorry, buddy, I can't let you in here. You wouldn't even fit through the door. You know you got a car stuck to your foot, right? It's now Saturday night, with Billy Ray and Tony pushing the Beetle to the next club in New York's fashionable Upper East Side. Those of you familiar with Scunthorpe may recognize some of this area.
Seriously, Tony, I did phone ahead this time to check if they have disabled access, and they said yes.
And I wonder what else they'll say when they see you trying to push a fucking car onto that dance floor. You never said there was hills.
It's in the name. Upper East Side.
Either way, after a little negotiation with the doorman and the last of Tony's pot being kindly donated to them, Billy Ray pushes the Beetle onto the dance floor, and music begins. Oh, very nice. Very visual. Dramatic. Oh, this could work. Oh, shit, that's hard to watch. But somehow you just can't look away. Sure, some people are laughing. Okay, make that everyone laughing, but that doesn't mean that Billy Ray isn't putting on a sterling effort. After all, dancing with one foot stuck inside a car does make you wave your arms about a lot more. I mean, I'm just assuming. It's not like I've ever seen anything like this before. Fuck me, especially that. Either way, a good time is being had by all. Oh no, another booing. Over the next 2 weeks, Billy Ray tried several more times at various clubs dancing with that stupid car stuck to his foot. And after each attempt, the crowd grew more and more weary of this novelty act. People can be cruel, and I guess it was inevitable that after one too many boos, the Billy Ray would lose faith, burst into a heartfelt song whilst the world around him freezes and an ominous random spotlight would follow him around the club whilst still dragging that car. Okay, visually it's hard to not laugh when quite a few of these unfortunate frozen-in-place folk are being slowly mowed down by that car. But listen to the tragic song and open your heart to what is clearly a broken man who just wants to be accepted. I'm dancing with one foot stuck to the ground. Laugh at the foolish look what is found. A dream gone wrong that ends in a song. Despair's not a weakness. The night times are sleepless. A million miles away from home. Like a lost dog, but where's my bone? Betrayed, 'cause I was on the level. It's so hard to make it work when you've never played. And now the dream has turned to sand. And if I think I need a drink, star-spangled brightly, the world is entertained by a fool, but he loses, that's the rule. Ah, yeah, the lights now strain me. My eyes follow bravely. I never sang a song like this before, but I want more. Oh, I don't know about you, but I feel betrayed, 'cause I was on the level. It's so hard to make it work when you've never played. And now the dream has turned to sand. And if I think I need a drink. And what a perfect place to end episode 2. Y'all come back now, you hear? Seriously though, you gotta come back for episode 3. There's like this mysterious stranger Count Dracula looking motherfucker who does like magic and shit, and he's gonna change Billy's life forever. Just listen to the episode. It's fucking stupid.